What it do, y'all, baby? Got my H-Town snapback on Texans, which is crazy because I don't wear snapbacks because I was born in the 80s. But hey, man, it looks good on me. But check this out, man. Houston Texans versus the New York Giants, man. I think we beat them 28-10. Check this out, man. The score doesn't really matter like that. Y'all know how I do when it comes to preseason. The score doesn't really matter like that. I'm here to talk about the important parts of this preseason game, man. Hey, when the Giants, I think the Giants first got the ball, man. We got them up off the field quickly. Danny Dimes, we ain't checking for nothing you got. Not in this first drive. Then my guys get on the field, man. Oh, man. Receiving gets it done. We tried to incorporate the running game in there. We weren't getting anything from our running game. No problem. Which leads me to believe that Dameon Pierce will be cut at the end of the season. Hey, man, he had a, I'm not going to say a great, I don't want to misuse the word great. He had a good first year with us, man. Almost got to 1,000 yards before he got hurt. We didn't have C.J. Stroud back there. Our receiving core wasn't what it is now. And then his second year when he had C.J. Stroud, he wasn't able to get anything done. And in these two preseason games, man, I forget if he played in the first one, but the two preseason games that mattered, oh man, I think the first game he had 5 yards. This game he had like 4 yards, man. I don't think he's gonna make the team because this second preseason game is the one where Miko was really looking at some things to see what we can make happen, man. And unfortunately, I don't think that Dameon Pierce starts the season as a Houston Texan, man. I think Cam Akers gets his spot. Cam Akers, I think, had about 20-something yards this game. But anyway, back to the game, man. Oh, man, we weren't able to get it done with the running game. That's cool. We're going to pass this thing, man. Pause. I think Diggs had 9 yards. Nico Collins, I forget how many yards he had, but he had a good play that got us down the field. Who else? We were utilizing Dalton Schultz. Oh man, we was getting it done, baby. We were getting it done. We had a beautiful drive, our first drive. We were on the goal line. I want to say around the 5-yard line on 4th down. We went for it. Now in a real game, I believe we take the points 95% of the time, but it also depends on the situation. And we have the personnel to get it done. In a real game, we take the points. But in this game, we went ahead and we was like, let's go ahead and buck the system. We didn't get it done, which was cool because I still love the drive. But then on the flip side, we got the ball back, and we got 6 points with getting the ball back, baby. Pick 6. Danny Dimes. We put that pressure on Danny Dimes. And Danny Dimes threw that thing away, baby. But, man, oh, man. Beautiful first quarter from my offense, and that's all I needed to see from my offense. It was no point in getting C.J. Stroud back out there. It was no point in putting Nico Collins back out there. No point in putting Tank Dell out there. No point in putting Dalton Schultz out there. We saw what we needed to see, baby. So we get my starters off the field. Then, I forget if this was the first quarter or the second quarter. I think it was the first. But, of course, Petrie had the pick 6. And we were, oh, man, it was like we were within 10 yards on the Giants were in the end zone, and they were coming out the end zone on a down trying to get that ball up out of there, and we got it. It was within 10 yards. I forget if that's our side of the field or their side of the field. But anywho, man, we keep it moving. Oh, man. I'm going to go back to the draft that Stingley Jr. came out of, man. Pause. I wanted Sauce Gardner because Stingley Jr. was reported to be injury prone. And the first season we had him, he was injured. And from there, we were like, oh, man, we should have gotten Sauce. Whew, not anymore, baby. Shout out to Sauce Gardner. But my boy, Stingley Jr. is getting it done. Oh, man, that interception he had, man. And the commentator said he had the best hands on the field. I don't know how true that is, but I'm here to say I am happy to have Stingley Jr. as my number one cornerback. With the pressure that we're going to be putting on opposing teams' quarterback, and then with Stingley Jr. back there, I like my chances. That interception, Boaz was Boaz was looking like 95, 94, 95 prime time, baby. But yeah, man, oh man, we get my starters off the field. Then Mechie goes off for 68 yards. Because once we got C.J. Stroud off the field, man, we bring in Case Keenum, which was surprising to me because I thought it would be a Davis Mills type situation. But maybe Davis Mills plays half of the third preseason game, which is technically the fourth for us, and Boyle will play the other half. Anywho, whatever the case may be, Mechie goes off for 68 yards and a touchdown. We all believed that Mechie was on the cutting block because you have Diggs out there, you have Tank Dell, you have Nico Collins. Right there, those are your three number ones right there. You could play some 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to let y'all figure out who's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to just go with 3 number ones. But then you have Mechie, you have Hutchinson, you still got tight ends, you got Jordan, you got your boy Dalton Schultz. But Mechie was like, hey man, don't leave me out of this, bro. And he had a breakout game. I don't want to go too far in a preseason game, but bro went out for 68 yards. But that's of course when you get, you're playing with the second team. Pretty interesting, man. I'm waiting to see how this thing plays out, man. We have our last preseason game next week. I'm all eyes. I'm all ears. I'm here to collect data, information, report it to you, and we're going to figure out how we can go get this Super Bowl, baby. Because right now it's Super Bowl aspirations. All that stuff that happened within the last 5 years and all that, we not on that no more, baby. This is something totally different. The draft we had last year put us in a totally different situation, baby. And now we are looking to get a Super Bowl while personnel is not as expensive. You're not paying your QB big money right now, which that day is coming. You have a elite cornerback that is still on a rookie deal. And you have one of your receivers in Tank Dell that's on a rookie deal. And that's like he had like a third round contract, whatever that is. And not to mention all these guys that you brought in that are on 1 and 2 year deals, man. It is time to get it done today. It is time to get it done this season. But y'all know what it is, man. I'm Christopher B. Robinson. Got my Texans snapback. We beat the Giants. I believe it was 28-10. And that's what it is, baby. H-Town all day. Y'all mucho. Take it easy.